company of Steve Howey and Nicky Weaver.
Welcome back to Matchday Live. Thank you to Alistair Mann and Kit Simons for the first half commentary. So, City leading Chelsea 2-0 at the break, and it's been a very exciting 45 minutes here in the studio as we've been ticking off our bingo cards. We'll give you a bit of an update about that in just a few minutes. Still joined by Steve Howey and by Nicky Weaver. Before we talk bingo, gents, we need to talk about that first half. And as Ali said, he said an unusual start to the game. I mean, I very much enjoyed that start to the game, but City pouncing on two mistakes by Chelsea in the first sort of 5-6 minutes. It took us all by surprise a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you can see it was Chelsea being pretty sloppy, but at the same time, I think the press was good, so it causes that uncertainty. I think me and Weaves were talking during the game. The pitch looks as though it's kind of just been laid. You can see the lines in, it's just not maybe it's running true, so you tend to think, you know, if you're not 100% sure, doing those passes in and around your own penalty area is probably not the wisest of kind of choices, but I thought City had pressed them really well. But it was two goals in the space of, what, about a minute or something like that. So, yeah, an excellent start. I mean, I think it's been pretty comfortable for City. They've had some half chances, I think, particularly, I think it's Enzo Fernandez. I think he should score. But one of the players that did stand out for us was it Wilson? Esbrand. He's been excellent. It's just unfortunate there that he seems to have a little nick in his hammy. But, yeah, he's been very impressive.
Yeah, it's definitely fair to say, Nick, I think that City are looking a lot better in this pre-season friendly, building up throughout the 4 games, and it feels like we're really starting to see a bit more of the City we know and love.
Yeah, I think before the game had a chance to settle down, we were 2-0 up, so then it's a little bit easy for the players. They've got that confidence. Chelsea have struggled to obviously play out from the back. City haven't. We just had that one little blip when Ortega with his left foot put it straight to Fernandez, who should have scored, like Steve said. But yeah, they've looked pretty comfortable. There's been some good performances in there. They've seen lots of the ball. And it'd be nice to see a couple more goals in the second half. But yeah, job done first half, really good. Hopefully that injury to Wilson Esbrand's not too serious. But yeah, so far so good.
I would only like to see one more City goal at full time, and I would like some Chelsea goals, which seems really weird to say, doesn't it? Really weird to say, but this is all related to our bingo cards. So let's have a little look at our bingo cards. So far I have ticked off one thing on my bingo card because I said Erling Haaland would be the first goal scorer, which he is. So here's my card, first goal scorer for Erling Haaland. Now, Steve has a controversial 2 circled.
It's not controversial at all.
It is.
It isn't.
It's not an assist, is
it?
Did it
come off Jack before?
Yes, it did. End of. Shouldn't have been a penalty anyway, really.
It shouldn't have been a penalty, but it's irrelevant.
So it shouldn't have been a penalty, and it shouldn't be assist.
Look, it's not my fault. You've got none.
I'm just banking on 8 corners second half now.
Because it went to an unofficial VAR with our producer Yaz, who made the final decision, and we decided to give the assist for that penalty to Jack Grealish. Now, this is controversial because Jack had the assist to Erling, who was fouled, or not fouled, for the penalty. Shall we have a little look in a second, and you can all decide at home if have we been controversial or not by giving Steve?
You can't go back on it. It's on the board.
I would never do that to you, Steve. But Nick, fight your case here.
Come on,
he's gone. Erling, you're in.
You can't have an assist for a penalty, surely.
Well, he played him in for a penalty.
I understand what you're saying, but you can't have an assist for a penalty.
He touched the ball, like, he's intercepted it, he's gone.
It's not a thing.
Erling, there you go, mate.
It's not a thing, though, is it?
Well, it isn't my boot.
It's not a thing.
Well, the boot needs to be changed.
So I think the reason that we've decided to controversially give Steve the assist on this was otherwise nobody had the opportunity to get an assist circle.
Should have rolled on to the next goal.
Oh, right, yeah, no, maybe this is some rules that we need to work out. So if you've been playing bingo with us at home and you put Jack Grealish down as first assist, you get that for your bingo card. So Steve's on 2, but sadly he's not going to get a line here because he got the half-time score wrong. Sorry, Steve.
So did you.
And then, look, so did I, yeah, I was closest. And then if you're looking down here, so far Nick has got nothing circled, which might be why he's a little bit upset right now.
So
in terms of the other things, first time of the goal, that was 3. So if you got 3, circle your card. None of us got 3. Half-time score 2-0. None of us got that. So we're still all relying on the full-time scores. Subs used. That's going to be interesting at half-time there. We're on 1 yellow card, so it's just for City, 1 yellow card. So I'm hoping there is no more yellow cards. Steve would like 1 more, and Nick would like 1 more as well. So you both might be on for that. But now I feel like the number of corners might be letting you down, Nicky, because there's been 1 Manchester City corner in that first half. You need 8 in the second half.
Might just manipulate the rules like Steve has. And they count double second half.
I didn't make the decision. The decision come from upstairs. I can do nothing about it. I just put my case forward.
Professional footballers are so competitive at absolutely anything they ever do. So that is where we're up to on the bingo card. Would love to know how you're all getting on your bingo card. Let us know on social media if you're playing along. How many have you got circled so far as well? Very much enjoying this. And also, if you'd like to have a look at the Instagram, the Manchester City Instagram, you can see a really awkward moment where I get very excited and circle this and do this weird, oh, they're going to show you, brilliant, yeah.
Are we giving Steve?
Yes.
Yes, you need to decide. Are we
What
giving
your head for? No,
Are we giving the assist?
Come off, Jack Grealish.
It was Grealish to Haaland. Haaland won the pen. Does Grealish get the assist?
No. Yes. Come on. Of course he does. He's come on. He's the last player that touches the ball when it goes to Haaland. He meant it. I think he meant it. Well, you wouldn't, would you? Because you've got none. I could have 2. You've got to have that, surely.
So he's going to take the penalty assist.
We're going to give you. We're going to give you
See, voice of reason.
Sorry, Nick.
In the same corner.
Behind the scenes content. Yeah, I was also eating a bag of crisps at the time, by the way, but I still don't really know where that dance move came from. I was very excited to get my 1 crossed out there on the bingo, so I hope you're enjoying playing Matchday Live bingo with us. Of course, Erling Haaland with the first goal, which means Steve and I got the circle, and that came from this now controversial penalty. I'd love to, though, let's have a look at the penalty again now. And Steve, it was nice in 3 minutes to see our Erling getting on the score sheet and get, you know, a penalty. Love that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think me and we probably agree on this. Is the only thing we do agree on in the first half, but I think it's a little soft. He does get a little touch in the back. He still managed to get his shot off, but I think during the different discussions that we have, and we didn't realise until we saw him take it again. We were wondering why he had to take it again.
It was a stuttering run-up, I think.
We were too busy getting excited, weren't we, and arguing.
But I think the goalkeeper would be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a weak left hand. Once you get that much of a hand on it, you'd like to. I mean, it's a decent penalty, but he's sort of there, so you would like to think he could keep it out. But ultimately, City went 1-0 up.
And we're talking about the penalty and the mistakes from Chelsea, but we've got to give a lot of credit to City because they were on the ball, they were hassling them, they were putting them under pressure. I mean, Jack Grealish did a great job in putting pressure on those Chelsea players. Yeah,
you know, Chelsea obviously want to play out from the back. Steve mentioned the pitch doesn't look great at all. There's not much bounce in it. It looks like it's just been laid, and obviously after a few minutes, City sort of sucker punched twice and. They pressed really well. They forced the mistake, you know, and even after that, Chelsea continued to do it, and City nearly got in again. So yeah, it was a great start from City, and Chelsea was sort of, you know, they created their own downfall, if you like, because they were sort of playing in the same areas and getting caught again and again. You'd have thought they might have just shut up shop for 5 minutes, gone a bit longer. Having said that, City have played out really well. So the pitch has not caught them out. Yeah, but it's been a good first half, and obviously it was a great start. It'd be nice now to have a good start to the second half.
Definitely. I'd like a similar start to the second half. That would be lovely. I'd even sacrifice my bingo card for that. It was a couple of minutes later that City got their second goal. So let's take a look at that again now. Again, it came for some good pressure from City. So Chelsea knocking the ball around the back. And then you've got, you know, Jack, you've got Erling, and Erling chasing down the ball, putting the pressure on. Was that Oscar Bob in the middle as well that was putting the pressure on there? Yeah, I mean, again, Steve, you could say it's a Chelsea error, but on the positive, as we like to be on this show, it's some good work from City.
Yeah, I said that for the first goal, and again this one. Players sense they're going to be under pressure, so they'll go in 3s and 4s and put them under pressure. I think what Erling does very, very well here when the ball comes to him, he's got it on his left foot and he kind of stops it, it stands the defender up, and then he moves it again. Obviously, by the time he moves it, yeah, the defender will move, but he's that split second behind him, and then he can stroke it into the net. So it's a great goal. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, whether there's that trigger, whether it's somebody that actually said something, right, let's go, or whether you know, players, I'm pretty sure these lot will be like, if you feel as though your team is going to go, let's all go and let's squeeze them in. As we said, the pitch is probably not the best. And you're just thinking, why are you going to take risks in there? But they took a risk, they got caught and got punished.
So clean sheet for City at half-time as well. You both mentioned Josh Wilson-Esbrand, obviously, who's been playing in defence as well. I think I've been particularly impressed in this first half with Calvin Phillips as well. We've been seeing him spread the ball. He's done some lovely long passes. He's looked really comfortable, Nick.
Yeah, he's done really well. Obviously, it's the second game I think he's played there this pre-season. Listen, a very experienced player. He's played there for Leeds. He looked really comfortable. Not been put under loads of pressure at times, but when he has, he's dealt with it. We know he's a great passer of the ball. He's looked really comfortable in there. So, listen, if there's injury problems, if he's still here at the season, he could be an option for us.
Yeah, I mean, really interesting kind of how comfortable he was. I guess we've got so many players that play in that position as well. In terms of the rest of the defence, we've seen Vardiol, obviously, who's just so comfortable, Rico Lewis, who we're so used to saying as well. What is it about Wilson-Esbrand's performance, though, that stood out for you tonight?
I think everybody knows the pace of Mudryk, and he's stuck with him every step of the way. And I think there was one occasion he's even pushed Mudryk back to his own goal. Did a step over, went past him, and it was only because Mudryk's pace he got back and stopped the ball coming in. But he's basically sort of saying to him, "Come on and take me on." You know, a lot of players would be terrified to show him the line because he would just hit it down the line and he would beat you for pace. But he hasn't beaten him for pace. He's getting the blocks in that he's needed. You can see the physicality of the lad. He's a big boy. You know, he's big and strong, and he'd be sort of saying it. Said, if you can handle something like him with his pace, you know, you've got a bright future. What is he, 21? Young. You know, still a young lad, but it's just you're seeing him just when he was sprinting there. And again, I don't think the pitch has helped because it looks as though it's sapping, it's soggy, and he's just had a little nick in his hamstring. You just hope it's not too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the pitch there. You can also see the incredible stadium and the amount of fans that are packed out to watch this game today. It's absolutely phenomenal. Chelsea have had chances in the game, Nick. I mean, towards the end of the half, there's a chance that we can have a little look at now. I'd love your thoughts on it from the keeper's perspective here as well. So City have done well, but Chelsea have had the chances. Yeah,
it's good. It's a good through ball. It's good goalkeeping. He's on his front foot in a good position. He just doesn't make the connection with his left foot that he wants to. He sort of cuffs it a little bit inside, and really, Enzo Fernandez there, he's probably 35 yards out, but he's got an empty net, so you would expect a player of his calibre to score. So we got away with that one, but Ortega made a good save before then as well from Nkunku. So yeah, he's had a couple of bits and bobs to do, but in the whole, they've looked pretty comfortable at the back.
I may or may not have got excited and thought that I was going to get the bingo crossed off on 2-1 at half-time for that one. It's very weird. It's very weird to be wanting that score in a pre-season game. Happy that they didn't, of course. And Stefan Ortega made some other good saves in the half as well, Nick.
Yeah, look, this is the one. Yeah, he come out there, slid out. I think it was offside, but he slid out well there, brave. And yeah, he's looked really competent in possession of the ball. This is the one there. He takes a good position up, makes himself big. And again, we saw it at the back end of last season. He's really good at blocking. Had so many good one-on-one saves. And yeah, he's done really well. And like I say, he's looked really comfortable in possession as well. Both playing, long and short. So yeah, he's had a competent first half.
Looking to the second half, obviously we are keeping a close eye on it because of our bingo cards, but are you expecting a lot of changes at half-time, or do you think we might go more into the sort of 60, 70 minutes before we see them?
Yeah, I think probably it's that round at that time. Obviously, the manager will be speaking to the players as well. How do you feel? Have you got any little niggles? Because he'll not want anybody to, whilst they might want minutes, what's the point of having an extra 5-10 minutes when you could just push yourself over the hedge to get that niggle, which keeps you out for a couple of weeks? So I think he'd be talking to his players and what do you feel? Do you want to do another 10? Do you want to do another 15? But I think after that, as I said, whilst it is nice to win, of course it is, it's all about getting your sharpness in, your fitness in, and making sure everybody gets on that plane tonight fit, healthy and ready to go again. So it wouldn't surprise me if he makes changes. How many? I don't know. Let's hope it's 7. And then City win.
Let's hope it's 6. Nick, you and I on the 6, and the City get a win there. I'm loving seeing the shots. The fans are loving it. They're having a proper party out there. Oh, it's a Barcelona shirt. But again, the majority of City shirts, which I'm loving everywhere you look. There is Chelsea shirts, but it seems to be primarily the sky blue as opposed to the royal blue that we're seeing in the crowds as well. So the Chelsea team are out. you'll get the second half of this game. Watch it. It's certainly in the UK on City Plus, and also many other countries around the world as well. If you go onto the City website, it'll tell you exactly how you can watch the game in your country. So second half commentary now, back with the brilliant Alistair Mann and Kit Simons, and we will all be back at full time. Hopefully there's been no more arguments. If there has, we'll make sure to get it on a phone to show you. We'll see you at full time.
Thank you, Natalie. Sounds as though you've had a few squabbles back there over this game of bingo. We shall see who will provide the crosses that you need to win your line in the second half. I'm just looking out to see if anyone's made changes. Obviously, we know Wilson Esbrand has gone off, so we know there's at least one change. So the youngster Thomas Galvez has come on. He is an out-and-out left-back for the under-18s, and he hasn't had any minutes at all on the tour until now. So he gets his chance because of the injury to Wilson Esbrand. He is a left-back for the Premier League 2 EDS